And of course, there will be a message to prompt that if you agree and consent, that we'll continue on with the video recording. Okay, so we're here this morning for the pre-bid conference for IFB number Ghura-COCC-021-008 for trash and cardboard collection services. I'm Greta Balmeo. On the video call with me is also our Ghura staff, Ms. Francesca Gattuz, and then sitting with me here in my office is one of our AMP administrative assistants, Ms. Maria Mendiola. For the record, can I go ahead and ask if each attendee can introduce themselves, please?
Hi, Betty Jo Cruz from Pacific Waste Systems.
I'm the runner.
Amy Clark from Lagos Sanitation.
And I believe we have Mr. Masood with PWS as well.
Masood Namazi from PWS, yes.
Thank you, sir. So we'll go ahead and begin. I'll go ahead and go over the housekeeping side of the IFB and then go on to the bid requirements. So going over housekeeping, bids must be received no later than 2 p.m. on Wednesday, August 18, 2021, here at the Ghura main office in Sinahania. Any bids received after that deadline will not be accepted. We encourage vendors to allow themselves ample time to submit their bids, being that parking in the main office is limited due to activities with Section 8 and the Sinahania Mayor's Office. In addition to that, we do enforce COVID-19 social distancing practices as well as staggered operating hours. So again, just to avoid any last minute rushes or short on time for bid submissions, we do encourage that leeway for bidders to come by and submit their bids. On the bid due date, a sign will be posted at the front door with procurement number, my direct line for you to call me and to submit your bid. When I come out to meet you, I will have the bid submission form for you to sign that your bid is being submitted, and we'll go ahead and time stamp and date your bids and place them in our bid box. For this bid, there's a bid registration fee. It is $50, and that must be made prior to the bid deadline. The registration form is available on Ghura's website, and it may be submitted by email or in person when you come by to make the bid registration fee. You can give me a call at my direct line or send me an email when you'd like to come by to make the registration payment as well. As far as the procurement schedule, this bid was available as of Friday, July 22, 2021. Today is the pre-bid conference, Thursday, July 29 for 10 a.m. Site visits are available upon request. I can provide each property site manager's contact information when I do share the meeting minutes after the pre-bid conference. Deadline for bidder questions or clarifications is Friday, August 6, 2021 by 5 p.m. And Ghura will issue a response by Friday, August 13 at 5 p.m. I do want to encourage, if bidders have any questions, submit them in as soon as possible so that we can also start putting our responses together. And if we have enough time, then we'll submit it in advance of the deadline for questions and responses. That way, if there are any follow-up questions, you still have an opportunity to submit those follow-up questions. And the bid closing date is Wednesday, August 18, 2021 at 2 p.m. It will be held here at the Ghura main office in Sinahania in our Board of Commissioners room. And for any and all correspondence for clarifications for this IFB, please address it to our Executive Director, Mr. Ray Tapasia. He is Ghura's contracting officer, and you may CC me in the correspondence as well. I'll be the point of contact throughout the procurement process. I would like to stress that any and all technical questions, please submit them in writing. That way we can issue a response through an addendum and that we have it in black and white. And going on to bid requirements, the required documents for this bid, each bidder will need to submit a copy of their current business license, submit their bid bond, and it's going to be at 15%. We have our Ghura Form 16 for completion as well. Please also review all the HUD forms that are provided. HUD form 5369C will need to be signed, checked off, and submitted as well. Also attached are AG forms 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Each must be signed and notarized. We also included our disclosure of organizational conflict of interest affidavit that must be signed as well and indicate if there are any potential conflicts of interest. Also include and complete the contact for contract administration form and include brochures and descriptive literature so that when we do review each bid submission, we can have a thorough description of the services that will be provided. And of course, if any addendums are received, please provide a copy or the originals of any and all addendums that are received. What needs to be completed for this IFB also is the vendor bid form. There are a total of 2 bid items. Bid item number 1 consists of 13 3 cubic yard trash containers. And bid item number 2 is for 4 3 cubic yard cardboard containers. As well, please include any references deemed necessary for this. And the method of award will go to the lowest, most responsible bidder. Again, I remind that any questions or clarifications needed, please submit them in writing and we will issue an addendum in response to those questions and clarifications you may have. Okay, and that will conclude our pre-bid conference this morning. If there's any administrative questions, actually, I can go ahead and take those. Anything technical, I would need them received in writing just so I can issue a response to that.
Excuse me, you mentioned 13 3 cubic yard. I think it's 16 3 cubic yard.
Actually, 13 is just the frequency of pickups, sir, for the Ghura Tranquilidad has 2. And that's for Ghura Tranquilidad has a total of 3 bins.
I'm just trying to go back to the bid. Okay.
Yeah, page 8.
It says 16. It says bid item number 1, 16 3 cubic yard. And then bid item number 2 is 4 3 cubic yard also. If you look at page 10.
Page 10, I see. Okay, so page 10, yes, the quantity reflects 16, but going back to page 8, for each physical bin, there's only 13. It's what's reflected on page 10 is the quantity.
No, but
So it's incurring the cost.
when we are putting the cost, so we are going to follow your bid sheet, right?
Correct, yes.
And it says 16, and it says 16.
Correct, yes. When you will formulate the cost, you would need to compute per the frequency of pickups. I'm sorry, the number I gave is the number of physical bins that will be placed on the property.
Okay, so 13 bins was 16 pickups.
Correct.
Okay.
Any additional
And then
questions?
this descriptive literature you are asking for. Can you explain what exactly you want? What should be described?
Yeah,
Yeah,
can
what should be
include
described?
the make and the material of the bins that you will be provided by the company, as well as the pickup schedule for the services.
Oh, the schedule, yeah, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Any other questions?
I have a question. So the registration fee, the one-time registration fee, I can pay that at Ghura's main office?
Yes, ma'am. You can let me know within the day if you'll be coming by. I am here usually by 10 a.m. and then I'm here till the end of the day. So anytime you'll be able to come by, just give me a heads up.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, any further questions? If not, we'll go ahead and conclude the pre-bid conference. Again, there is still the opportunity to ask questions. You can submit them in writing. And if you have questions earlier, please submit them earlier. That way we can submit our response earlier as well. And if you have any follow-up questions, we can entertain those as well, as long as it's before the bid question and clarification deadline. Okay, thank you everyone for your attendance today. I look forward to any
Thank you.
questions you may have.
All
Thanks.
right,
Thank
thanks.
you.